news, information, interviews, in-depth weather, and more. It's Terry Henne and his Farm Show on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW and online WSGW.com.
A partly cloudy good morning to you. I hope your day is going well for you, wherever you might be. Terry Henne here at Radio Center as we take a look outside, and after some foggy conditions and then absolutely gorgeous sunshine, looks like we're moving our way into some cloud cover. But for the most part now, it is partly sunny. We are looking at some precipitation around. We'll talk about that in just a moment. Currently, we have 77 degrees at the airport, 78 here at Radio Center. Downtown Midland is reporting 79. Downtown Bay City is looking at 77 degrees. We've got a variable wind right now, under 5 miles per hour. 76% is our humidity. Barometer is holding steady, 29.83. Around the state, Kalamazoo is looking at some light precipitation. We're also seeing a little bit of it up in the Cadillac area. More in the way of precipitation as we take a look at the Upper Peninsula. And obviously, the temperatures are a little bit cooler up there than what they are here. By the time the day is all done, we should be looking at a high of right around 82. We'll need some sun in order to get there. I think we should make it. As far as shower activity goes, whatever systems we have seen move into the state, and again, it's mostly right along the Lake Michigan shoreline down into the southwest corner and then up in the northwest corner. A lot of it is widely scattered, very light in nature, and we're not anticipating much of anything in the way of measurable amount of rain as we go through the afternoon. As a matter of fact, you might not see any on your back porch. It is going to be very spotty and scattered, and that shower activity will taper off rather rapidly once we move into the evening hours. 82 is our projected high. 62 is what we're looking at for a low overnight. We do have a low pressure system, which is right now in the extreme eastern sections of Wisconsin. That low is going to move right across the state, almost move right straight east. And then later on this afternoon, it will be crossing through the Great Lakes Bay region. And overnight tonight and during the morning hours tomorrow morning, it'll be in eastern Ontario province, moving over Lake Ontario, and then eventually by tomorrow afternoon, well to the east of us. So we'll be losing a lot of the effects of that low as we progress through the day tomorrow. Tomorrow, we'll start off once again with some scattered shower activity around, very spotty, but sun as the day goes on. As I said, that low will be well to the east of us. We'll be looking at a northwest breeze tomorrow at about 5 to 8 miles per hour. And as a result of that, our temperatures will be a little bit cooler. We'll look at a high of about 76 tomorrow, and then a low tomorrow night of 60. We're not expecting any inclement weather. We're looking for some pretty good sky conditions. So for the fireworks tomorrow night, the big ones in Bay City, shouldn't have any weather issues to contend with at all. Matter of fact, tonight, with a little bit of luck, I think everything should work out just fine for the fireworks show tonight in Bay City. Now, during the day on Sunday, everything will be out of here. We'll be under the influence of a high pressure system, which will be over Kentucky. That high is going to push some warmer air up in our direction, mostly sunny skies. 84 for a high on Sunday, 65 for a low on Sunday night. I think it's going to be mostly clear till well after midnight, early morning hours on Monday morning before we begin to see any clouds move in. And then there is going to be the chance of some shower activity around on Monday with temperatures right around 84, 85 degrees. Once again, the chances of precipitation will be widely scattered. We're not anticipating overall coverage of that shower activity as we go through the day on Monday, Monday afternoon, we'll have a better chance. And then on Monday night, a little bit better chance of seeing some showers then. And that chance of showers will continue into the day on Tuesday. Tuesday's high just a little bit cooler than Monday, 77, 78 degrees for a high, low 60s for a low on Tuesday night. Again, as I said, a chance of some showers on Tuesday. Wednesday, partly cloudy skies, chance of showers later in the day on Wednesday, looking at 82 for a high, 62 for a low. And then to finish the work week off next week, Thursday, Friday, we're going to start to move into a dry period that should take us through next weekend and into the work week of the 15th. So whatever precipitation we do have in the forecast, it's going to be over the next few days, on again, off again, spotty here, spotty there. The best chance of overall coverage will be on Monday and Monday night and into the morning hours on Tuesday. Long range outlook to take us all the way through the 18th of the month is for our temperatures to be above normal, precipitation values to be average. The month of July right now is shaping up to be a warmer than average month, but precipitation values, quite honestly, average at best, if not maybe a little bit below average when it comes to moisture here in the state of Michigan. There is quite a bit of concern in the central part of the country where temperatures are expected to rev up and the precipitation values are supposed to decrease. So we'll just have to see how all of that shakes out. But the month of July promises to be pretty summer-like, not unusually hot for us here in the Great Lakes Bay area. And for that matter, starting with the northeastern side of the continental United States, with the exception of the East Coast. The East Coast right now is anticipating above average on the temperatures, above average on the moisture. Record high in the state is 98, set back in 1921 and tied in 1988. The record low of 45, that was set in 1972 and tied in 1979. A year ago, it was a warm one. 92 was our high, 69 was our low. We had a quarter of an inch of rain, 4,500 so far for the month of July a year ago. Sun will set this evening at 9:20. Rise tomorrow morning at 6:03. Incidentally, the warmest ever, July the 5th, was in 1921. 97 was our high, 75 was our low, and the coldest ever set back in 1983. More on the weather as we go through the broadcast. Standing by, we've got Gary Kaufman over at Star of the West, Doug Klein from Oppenheimer, all of that coming up. But this reminder, the weather forecast brought to you by the folks at Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Nutrien Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrien Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrienagsolutions.com.
Say, do you want to unlock the secret to higher yields? If you're applying dry fertilizer, the key to better yield potential is Titan XC. Titan XC is a fertilizer biocatalyst that unlocks and releases the bound-up nutrients in granular fertilizer, promoting better root uptake and plant growth. Drive performance this season and beyond. Release more nutrition. Expect better results with Titan XC. For more, contact your Nutrien Ag Solutions crop consultant today. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Weiss Equipment in Frankenmuth. Those Farmall tractors, they can do the job for you. Whatever it is, they can take care of you, and you get the job done right, and you get the job done quickly, so you can enjoy a little bit more of that summer. Anywhere from cutting hay to mixing feed to mowing, chopping, seeding, clearing, irrigating, cultivating, hitching, digging, emergency towing, you name it. 35 to 140 horses, anywhere from the value-packed compact Farmall A all the way up to the deluxe compact Farmall C and C Series with cabs. Tractor does it all. So to make it real simple, no matter what you're doing, Can Do comes in red. And it's called Farmall. See them today. Get some special financing available too right now at Weiss Equipment in Frankenmuth, doing it right longer. Say good morning to Gary Kaufman over at Star of the West. Gary, you cleaned off all the ashes from the fireworks the other night?
Well, I guess so. I didn't see many, but no, it seems like a Monday, but it is Friday. It's day after the Independence holiday for sure. So.
Well, you got that right. It sure has all morning long, and hopefully the traders are not treating it like a Monday.
No, actually, we've got a positive week going on here, Terry. A positive day going on. So since last Friday's close here, now with a nice little rally here this morning. Wheat is up 13 cents for the week. Corn is up 2 for the week, and beans are up 32 for the week. So we'll take it.
Boy, I guess probably the big news as far as the soybeans go were fewer acres of beans and more acres of corn.
Yeah, a little bit of that going on, and then the other probably reason we're getting some support from the soybean oil. It's been up for 6 consecutive days, and then you got some falling EU, Black Sea, rapeseed, sunflower seed crops from an earlier freeze event that's given it some support as well, and then also some ongoing rumors that Indonesia is set to punish China with some possibility of a 200% import tariff in an effort to protect some of their domestic producers there. So all those things kind of give the soybean a pretty positive week for sure.
So what do we have to look forward to next week? What do you think?
Well, I think, we'll continue to watch the weather, Terry. We've got some, continued issues in some of the 5 Corn Belt states where we got some flooding on, but we got some hot, dry weather. And then next Friday, we got another USDA report. So we're going to get an update on acreages and stocks again for our monthly July report. So, it'll be interesting to see how the traders position themselves along the week as we head to that report next Friday as well. So
now, as far as the wheat goes, it sure looked to me like a lot of wheat came off, especially yesterday.
Yeah, we had our biggest day yesterday, Terry. At all of our local elevators here in the Frankenmuth area. The guys dumped about 300 truckloads of wheat yesterday, which was made for a busy day. And I talked to some growers this morning, Terry, and they were able to harvest late into the night last night. It was going pretty good. And we had a big lineup this morning again. So,
what kind of moisture were we looking at, Gary?
Average moisture is about 16.8. It ranges, anywhere from low 15s, 14s to up to 20. So, but average is about 16.5 or so.
Well, that's not bad at all. Test weight?
No, test weight averaging just a little bit under 58. But some is really good and some is a little bit light. But overall, it's a really nice quality crop of wheat right now, Terry.
Excellent. So as far as what's on the board right now, what do you got?
Yeah, right now we got cash and new crop wheat up 12 at 571 on the white, 496 on the red. Cash corn up 4 at 324. New crop is up 4 at 358. Cash soybeans up 8 at 1111, and new crop also up 8, Terry, at 1050.
You have a nice weekend, Gary.
I will. You do the same. Talk to you on Monday.
Talk to you on Monday. Gary Kaufman over at Star of the West. Doug Klein from Oppenheimer joining me right now. The market report brought to you by Schaefer and Beerline, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Frankenmuth. New Ram professional trucks going on right now. They're available. And the Ram heavy-duty trucks as well at Schaefer and Beerline. So if you want to buy with confidence from a business-linked dealer that knows what customer satisfaction truly is, now is the time to see Schaefer and Beerline in Frankenmuth, where family and service sells cars. And they've got employee pricing for everybody right now on new Ram heavy-duty trucks in stock. So check it out now at Schaefer and Beerline. Market report also brought to you by Thumb Bank, making agricultural loans since 1895. And they can serve you with locations throughout the Thumb and the Great Lakes Bay region. Thumb Bank, where relationships are built on trust, an equal opportunity lender and member FDIC. Doug Klein, Gary Kaufman said it best. Today seems like Monday, doesn't it?
Yeah, yep, I agree with you on that one. It was weird getting up and going, what is today? You had to think about it for a minute, and then oh yeah, we're going to work today, so
Yep,
here we are.
And here we are.
Here we are.
And there they are. What's going on?
Well, unemployment came in today, 4.1%. That was higher than they wanted by 0.1%, but we know that's adjustable, so who knows? The job numbers came in up 206,000. That was less than they wanted. So, that rate cut that they've been talking about every day, that's probably still a potential probability in September. So that's going on. So the S&P hit an all-time high today. The NASDAQ 100 hit an all-time high today. 6 out of the 7 magnificent 7 hit all-time highs today. The only one not hitting a new high was NVIDIA, and they were way, way, way up there. And they came down about 100 points, and so now they're working their way back to their all-time high. And we always got next week for that, so we'll just wait for next week for that to happen. But yeah, a lot of green on the markets. The dollar's a little bit lower today, so that's probably one thing helping all the markets go higher. Crude oil is on a tear, 84.37, so that's great. I'm kind of getting tired of that old rally, but I guess the traders aren't. So here are your numbers. The September corn is 409 3/4, up 4 1/4. December corn 423 3/4, also up 4 1/4. The August soybeans 1166 1/4, up 8 1/2. November soybeans 1130 1/4, up 8 3/4. September wheat is 587 1/4, up 13 1/4, and December wheat is 610 1/2, up 12 1/2. Crude oil 84.40, up 52 cents. Heating oil 264.15, up 0.7 of a penny. Gasoline is 262, up 1.9 cents. Natural gas 239 is bucking the trend, down 5.5 cents. Over to currencies, Canadian dollar. U.S. dollar buys $1.3634 Canadian. That's up 21 ticks. The dollar buys 160.73 yen. That's down 52 ticks. The euro's at 108.25, up 15 ticks. And I had heard that the right, the conservative side of the political scheme in Europe is starting to catch fire, except for London. They voted a Labour Party guy in, so could be interesting how that plays out. Labour Party, they like to print money, so that could possibly knock down their currency in that neck of the woods. So we'll see. But the dollar's at 104.94. That finally came below 105. So that's down 19 ticks. And precious metals all pretty much on fire today. Gold's at 23.7860, up 18.80. Silver's 30.93, up 38 cents. Platinum's at 1047.40, up $34. And copper's at 464.60. That's up 11 1/4 cents.
Kind of interesting when you talk about the British pound. The American dollar is having some challenges out there right now too, isn't it?
Yeah, it's interesting how it all fits together.
Or unravels together.
Yeah. Oh God, no! Don't even talk that way.
Have a nice weekend, Doug. Doug Klein over at Oppenheimer. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Freeland Bean and Grain. They've got a great selection of products from Nature's and Sure Crop that'll help you increase your yields. And of course, we've been telling you about Vic Hupfer, and Vic is a busy man these days. There's a whole lot of things going on in the fields right now, and Vic's got answers to any questions you might have. He's been touring a lot of farm fields. Serving you is their business, and they've been doing it since 1983. Freeland Bean and Grain. Joining me right now, I've got Joe Kramer, Executive Director of the Michigan Bean Commission. Joe, we're talking the last time about the weather, and in particular, what's going on in Mexico and some of the other areas. Looks like Mexico's got a little heavy rain coming their way.
It does, Terry. I think they're pretty optimistic, or at least hopeful, that they get a little widespread coverage down there. But reports so far have been kind of spotty. And like I told Keith Durussell the other day, or Kurt Durussell, it's hard to get good information out of there. But yeah, hoping they get a little bit of a drink. I don't think we can take care of all their needs.
I was just kind of curious about South America. We hear a lot about their corn, a lot about their soybeans, and how competitive they are on the world markets. What about the dry beans? What have we heard about that?
Well, like us, their black bean acreage is up a little bit versus last year. You and I spoke maybe 3 weeks ago about some rumored frost down there. The frost, we've seen a little more harvest results, obviously, by now, and frost really got into their white bean crop and their speckled bean crop, but they think they only lost about 20% of their black bean production. So they kind of got real quiet till they got that evaluated, but they're offering beans again today, black beans. So we've got a few of those competing with us in the Mexico City market. And I think the worst news I heard in the last couple of days is the rumors that there's actually some black beans being offered into Mexico out of China. And I hadn't heard about China exporting beans in a long, long time. So he added that the quality of that Chinese offering was really bad. So even as cheap as it was, he didn't, this particular guy that I spoke with didn't take any. So hopefully that's not a big deal. We don't really need them sticking their nose in there either.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
And again, weather forecasts for some of the folks up in the Mindak area for the month of July anyway, is that they're not looking for any record heat up there, but they're not looking for a whole lot of moisture either.
No, that's true. Southwestern Minnesota, I think, has got plenty of rain. As you move up the valley, there's spots that have been in spots have been wetter than expected, but generally I think they're pretty happy. When you move west from the valley, you kind of move like out toward Fessenden, out in that area. Ground gets lighter. It's a different type of soil than you have, and they need a little more water. And I think they're looking for a little drink. So yeah, we'll kind of watch that here in the next few weeks.
Joe Kramer, always good to talk. You have a nice weekend, okay?
Thanks, Terry.
You bet. Joe Kramer with the Michigan Bean Commission. We'll be right back.
We could try to explain what it feels like to get your work done on a John Deere. The way a Z-Track mower finishes in half the time you thought it would. How easily soil gets moved with a 1 Series tractor. Or how it feels to tow up to 4,000 pounds behind a Gator XUV. But if you really want to know what it's like to run with us, you just have to get in the seat.
Contact one of Tri-County Equipment's locations in Auburn Hills, Bad Axe, Birch Run, Burton, Caro, Fenton, Lapeer, Marlette, Reese, Saginaw, or Sandusky, or visit Tri-County Equipment online at tricountyequipment.com.
Are you upset with your current planter performance? Are you considering buying a new planter but blown away from sticker shock? With Precision Planting's V-Set, V-Drive, and Delta Force, we can retrofit your old planter to outperform any new planter on the market. Then access all your data from planting to harvest easily with Field View. Call PC Ag Solutions today and get your parts ordered, installed, and ready to go for the upcoming growing season. 989-868-4444. PC Ag Solutions. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Ed Raymond and Sons, quality clothing and shoes since 1919. Carhartt's, Red Wing shoes, Storm & Cromer accessories, all available right now at 151 West Broad Street in Chesaning, and they are open 7 days. Let's check and see what's going on as far as the Farm Bill is concerned, and in particular, the specialty crops. Some folks seem to think it's kind of taking a turn for the better.
Well, there's optimism within the specialty crop industry when it comes to the Farm Bill. Sabrina Halverson has more.
We are feeling very good about our standing and finally being really valued and measured in the policies of the Farm Bill.
With discussions underway on the House and Senate versions of the Farm Bill, the International Fresh Produce Association is optimistic about the specialty crop language included, according to Rebecca Adcock, IFPA Vice President of U.S. Government Relations.
And that is bipartisan. That is.
Along with us, Chuck Cervinsky, Maple Hill Nursery in Midland. Chuck, good morning.
Hey, good morning. A little shower over here, but the sun came out now.
All right. What should we be doing right now, Chuck?
Well, now is the time to get another application of fertilizer on the lawn if you haven't done so. And we've got a good solution through Dairy Dew. We've got the Liquid Turf Blaster, and we've also got the Safe Green Lawn, which is a granular product. Really easy to apply, and neither one of them burn, and you can put them on about every 2 to 3 weeks if you want, and it really does make a difference.
Now, I understand you've got a sale going on right now.
Yeah, on Pollywood, we've got some pieces going on for their July 4th sale. Basically, it's the AD620 Adirondack chair, the modern Adirondack chair, which is a real popular piece. Those are $50 off until Monday. We also have some of the deep seating and dining in the Chippendale collection that's also on sale, and stop in and see us, and we can show you everything that we have to offer that's on sale.
What are your hours right now, Chuck?
We're here today until 5. Tomorrow we're going to be here 8 to noon, and then we'll be closed until Monday to have a little break for the 4th.
You take care. Have a nice weekend, Chuck.
You too, and we'll talk to you next week.
Talk to you next week. Chuck Cervinsky over at Maple Hill Nursery. Back at 12:30 with an update. Now we conclude our program with a playing of our national anthem, brought to you by Euclid Avenue Coins in Bay City at 602 North Euclid Avenue.
Broadcasting from the Stormmaster Exterior Studios, WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland, WSGW-FM, Carlton.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
I'm Peter King. Beryl is now a Category 1 hurricane with winds topping off at 85 miles per hour as it moves across Mexico's Yucatan. CBS's Dave Malkoff is in Tulum.
We're in a shelter at one of the resorts with 600 tourists and staff who are here to ride out the hurricane. We were actually about 6.2 miles away from landfall. That puts us almost certainly right in the path of Hurricane Beryl as it made landfall here in Tulum.
Beryl's expected to strengthen again. It could make landfall again Sunday or early Monday in North Mexico or South Texas, or both. CBS's Janet Shamlian is on South Padre Island.
There is a voluntary evacuation order for Cameron County, but only for people living in low-lying areas and really mostly RV parks. Now, we haven't seen people leaving yet. I mean, they've come here for the weekend, and the forecast for the next 48 hours is pretty darn good. They're also handing out sandbags in Brownsville.
The Labor Department says the economy added 206,000 jobs last month, but unemployment is up slightly. New York Times finance reporter Gina Smilek.
That tick up in the unemployment rate to 4.1%, which is the highest we've seen since 2021, is definitely going to catch the eye of Fed and monetary and economic policymakers. It's a sign that the labor market might be on the cusp of weakening.
The top court in a Midwestern red state has rejected a pair of anti-abortion laws. Here's CBS's Jim Krasula.
The Kansas Supreme Court has struck down state laws regulating abortion providers more strictly than other healthcare providers and banning a common second trimester procedure. The court's decisions in two separate cases reaffirm its stance that the state constitution protects abortion access. The court declared access to abortion a fundamental right in 2019. Kansas voters rejected a proposed amendment to the state constitution rejecting abortion as a fundamental right.
As longtime Democratic supporters call for the president to drop out of the race, Mr. Biden is rallying today in Madison, Wisconsin. Here's CBS's Scott McFarland.
A critical 24 hours for the Biden campaign. He has a network TV interview today. He has this rally in a battleground state here in Madison, Wisconsin, as an increasing number of members of his own party urge him to stand down. The president's appearance here today comes less than 2 weeks before Donald Trump is in Wisconsin, expected to be nominated at the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee.
With British conservatives losing their majority in a landslide yesterday, Labor's Keir Starmer is the new prime minister and promises better days ahead. Wall Street, the Dow is up 7, the NASDAQ up 145. This is CBS News.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. We offer auto, home, and commercial auto insurance, plus a variety of business insurance options. Visit progressive.com today.
From the 100.5 and